Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to be making ring donut. Whenever I'm buying pastries, I always buy donut first. I judge the pastry maker based on the deliciousness of their donut. So if the donut bangs, then the other pastry is going to bang. So I'm going to be teaching you this banging donut recipe. You're going to love it. So if this sounds like what you like, please keep watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm going to start by putting my egg yolk, pouring in my milk and completing it with water. The proportion will be in the description box below. So after doing this, I'm going to whisk it together and set it aside. I'm going to start by adding my flour into my bowl, my sugar, my milk, yeast, bread improver, and this is my hook attachment. That's what we're going to be using for this purpose. So I'm going to pop it onto the mixer, and so I'm just going to incorporate it properly. And when I see it has incorporated properly, this is the time to start adding in my butter. You can use margarine, it's totally up to you. So I'm just gonna take it off the hook attachment. This is what half recipe looks like. Look at the size, really small in my hands. I'm also going to show you what one recipe looks like. Now this is one recipe. I'm using my whole hands to hold it as against how it was before. This is what the size of one recipe looks like. I purposely did it this way so you can see the difference. You stay here? Please hit the subscribe button. So I'm going to leave it to rise. When it has risen, I'm just going to poof it and dust my surface and knead properly. After kneading, I'm just going to roll my dough with a rolling pin. Look at how smooth this looks. So I'm going to roll this with my rolling pin, and when rolling this, you don't want it to be too thin because you just have flat donuts. So this is the thickness you're looking for because I want the thick donuts. Now I'm going to cut this with my circle cutter. This cutter is quite big. Here I got 7 out of this, so I'm going to make indentations with my hand. You can totally do this, or you can follow the second method like I usually use. There are different things you can use to cut the middle, but this is how I like to go about it. I'm just going to widen the center. I use the cover of a bottle to widen it, so you can totally use anything. It's up to you. This is the remaining part of it. I'm going to knead, roll and cut the remaining part of it. So now I'm going to set these ones aside so I can work on the remaining part. So after I'm done, I got 12, and this is the remaining part. I always use it to test the oil for hotness. So I'm going to set this aside for it to rise for 30 minutes. You stay here? Please hit the subscribe button. After rising for 30 minutes, almost 40 minutes, so this is what it looks like. It's doubled in size. So I am going to fry this in the pan. I'm just going to touch up and get rid of any imperfection. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to pour some oil into my pan. This pan has seen better days. We're going to use it all the same. So you can fry using this method. Just know you waste your parchment paper, or you can just flip it. I was trying to flip it here and it didn't go so well, but however we move. So you fry on low heat, not, you don't use hot fire to fry your donut. If not, you're gonna get burnt donuts. So this is what you want your donut to look like. I love sugar donuts, and I would always dip my donut into sugar.
You stay here? Please hit the subscribe button.
Now I want to glaze the other donuts. So this is my chocolate that has been sitting outside in the studio, because the studio is hot, so it really helped me soften the chocolate a little bit because we're frying. So this is what it looked like, and did a double boil, so it melted it. I didn't have to add anything like milk or anything, I just melted it. And this is what the donut look like when I dip it into the chocolate. This is yummy overload. So now I'm just gonna sprinkle some peanut on top of it, aka granite like we all call it here. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some crushed groundnut on top of it, and this is the end of it. Wow, this is looking so yummy already, tempting. And oh my god, I had to make this variant for my brother. He really loves chocolate and peanut on top of donut.
You see here? Why haven't you hit the subscribe button?
So at this stage I'm done. I'm just going to taste. You know, I wouldn't do this without tasting, so I just tried. Whoa.
Thank you guys for watching. Do have a lovely day. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it to somebody who needs it. Merry Christmas.